Hey there and welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgina. I'm the Honest Vocal Coach. I teach singing all day every day when I'm not making videos like this one. As always, if you want to work with me, you can do. I have an online singing course, plus I have a free breathing course. All the links are down below. And if you like what you see today, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So I can't even speak. I have just watched the second semi-final from Eurovision and I am absolutely buzzing. So first things first, my favourites of the night was Iceland. Even though they weren't technically performing live, it was the rehearsal recording that they played. Brilliant. I also loved Portugal, soft spot for that song, really love it, and Switzerland. Whoa, the staging, just everything about it, just immense. So what I'm going to be doing today, as I've already done this week, is recapping and reacting to those who have left and those that are staying in the competition, including a few comments, I must say, about the UK, not the UK song, but the coverage from BBC4 by the UK. Now I'm so disappointed. I just want to phone whoever it is I need to phone and say, really, is this the best we have got to offer? Like Sarah Cox and Scott Mills, normally brilliant, but I thought Scott Mills was rude. He was making comments about Dijon and his hair being long, and is there no hairdressers? And I'm like, really? What does it matter if there's hairdressers or not? I'm sorry, but I thought our coverage, the presenters, the UK are never going to believe in Eurovision and embrace it if you constantly take the mickey out of it. You've got to have a good level. It's supposed to be a bit extra. It's supposed to be fun and proud and all of these things. And yes, it is tongue-in-cheek. But if you want the UK to get behind it, let's not just be rude while presenting the show. Anyway, that's my little rant over. The poor guy at the end as well. We're going to come to you for your opinion, but you've literally got a minute. What do you reckon? Bye. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at who stayed and who was going home. Is it just me, or did we need to make sure that her top was stuck down? Anyway, Adrenalina, I think, San Marino, well done. It was a good choice to have Flo Rida on the track, but the track itself is still not that strong. It's good, but it's not immense for me. I thought the staging was a little bit messy. This big hat thing with the stickers on, I didn't really get that. If the performance went well, there were moments where the vocals weren't incredible, and I think it probably could have gone a little bit better. What I also noticed about San Marino, as well as many of the other acts, they were relying way too much on the pre-recorded backing vocals. I was so disappointed by a good chunk of countries, and I'll mention it as we go through, who decided to use those backing vocals, but also rely on those backing vocals to a point where even one of the countries, and we'll get to it, he was singing the low harmony because the high notes were too hard to sing live, so he was singing all the easy bits. And I think you should be able to perform these things live. The backing vocals should be a little bit of an extra boost, a nice thing, not to have them completely, you rely on them. There was moments in Victoria's performance where the backing vocal was the lead vocal and she was singing along with herself. Is that because she's not strong enough to do it on her own? Or I'm being a bit harsh here. Let's move on. Okay, so Estonia. Now this was quite a nice performance. I think the song itself's a little bit dated, and the whole, bow tie separated thing was a little bit dated as well. And unfortunately, this one's going home.
Why don't you let me? My God, oh my God.
Czech Republic. Now the Czech Republic, unfortunately, they didn't make it through. They are going home. Now what I found with the Czech Republic is that his vocals live were just not good. He was pitchy a lot of the time. I didn't think the staging was clever. The costumes weren't very interesting. I thought the backing dancers were okay, but the costumes could have been better thought out. I think the song was definitely better than the way that it was staged. Okay, Greece, Last Dance, Stefania. Now I like this song. I really like this song. I think it's very strong. It's got a nice concept, and she held it up pretty well with all the vocals. But again, there was backing vocals there kind of helping her out. One thing I didn't like about Greece was the staging. There's this one moment where they're like on steps, but you can't see the steps because there's green screen or something. So they're kind of floating. It looks weird, and I don't understand why there were these people with like no faces and just costumes. This song is way better than that. I didn't think the staging worked. I think there could have been other options. Also, the choreography, wow. It was the simplest choreography I've ever seen, raising my hand and the knees thing. Again, I think it's a great song. It deserved much better staging. Austria. Okay, so unfortunately, Austria is going home. It's a nice song, but a little bit too repetitive. And if you think about it, was Amen, is this what you wanted? Amen, is this what you wanted? That's kind of all the lyrics. And it was just that little bit repetitive, unfortunately. Poland. Okay. Now, I kind of like this song. I think it's a lot of fun. Very 80s vibe. I thought the staging was cool with the lights in the hand. That was really good. But for me, this time, this was probably the weakest vocal of the whole night. He didn't sing any of the hard parts. He sung all of the low harmonies instead of the difficult bits. And his vocal wasn't strong enough for me. Sugar, one of my guilty pleasures. Wasn't keen on this song to start off with. I thought it was very cheesy and kind of Katy Perry, California Dreaming, ice creams, and but it's proper growing on me. And in this, she does rely on the backing vocals again, but there is one moment where she says something like, Europe, woo! And it sounds incredible. It's like you needed to sing like that throughout the entire song. But I like this. This is fun. Oh, and you know what? Everybody's wearing silver dresses. There's a lot of silver dresses going on. Iceland. I feel so sorry for Iceland that they couldn't actually perform this. And this was the first time I noticed the wind on stage. It's windy on stage. I've not been able to say that in ages. Quirky song, incredibly good song. The very fun little choreography. It's a really strong one. Iceland, well done for staying in the competition. The feisty girls. Serbia. I like this. I think it's girl band heaven. I've never seen so many hair extensions. The way that they were throwing the hair, they really came up to bar with their vocals. I was worried because there was a lot of stuff on the recorded track, lots of extra effects and things, and I didn't know whether they could carry it off live, but they so did. This was a really good performance. The staging was excellent. The three girls, they were really solid. They deserve to stay. Oh, and the lady in the middle, definitely the strongest vocal.
With you.
Okay, I know I've already said that Poland was the weakest vocal, but this has to be the second weakest vocal. Unfortunately, as I've said before, Georgia, it's just a really snoozy song. It's nice, but it's just not interesting enough. Albania. Now, this was a great performance vocally and also as a sort of just personal charisma presentation, but I did think it kind of lacked something. I think we really needed some dancers or something in the background. I'd have loved to have seen a couple, like a duet, doing some beautiful sort of floaty costume stuff in the background. I think it just needed a little bit more. And again, another silver dress. Oh, I'm so glad they got to stay in the competition. These guys don't take themselves too seriously, but they're really, really committed to their music. The song is grey, it's a bit of an earworm. The vocal is so vintage and just wonderful and warm. It's like a warm hug. Well done, Portugal. Great live performance. Although, did you notice, picked up the guitar to do like the instrumental part, put the guitar down, the instrumental was still playing. Think you put the guitar down a little bit too early. Now, this was really disappointing for me. I really like Victoria and I really like the song, but it just didn't translate well on stage. And the vocals were quite weak, and the backing vocals were pretty much there the whole time, helping her out. And I know this is a new thing for Eurovision to allow the backing vocals to be on there, but I think there needs to be some kind of rule that says, not on the lead. The lead vocal has to be sung. Stop cheating. One of my favourites of the night, Finland. Join! I love this. I love it. Join us and be proud of who you are. And it's crazy, bonkers, well performed, excellent vocals, very slick. Love the staging, the way that there was the rotating cameras and stuff. Brilliant. Don't really know why they all had like one red finger though. Not a fan of this song, Latvia. I could never get my head around the Just grated on me that little bit. Also, what were the three girls there for? I felt that they could have done more with the choreography, and also her being in the centre the entire time. Why didn't she move all that space? And she was just in the middle the whole time. Was it because of the effects on the floor? I don't know. I just thought this could have been a stronger way of staging the song, that's all. My absolute favourite of the night, Switzerland. It's such a beautiful song. His vocal is absolutely out of this world. To be able to mix and blend between his chest and head and those high notes, absolutely incredible. The song is soaring, it's emotive. I love the staging, the way that the set moves. Also, his very gentle but specific moves with the pumping of the arms and the arm weight. It just totally brilliant for me. Okay, Denmark. Yes, this one had to go. It had to go. And feel free to go back and have a look at my predictions of who I thought was going to stay and go in this competition. I think I got it right. There might have been the odd one that I didn't, but I think my predictions were a lot better on this second semi-final. Now, Denmark, it's so much fun. It's like a step back into the 80s. It's absolute joy for Eurovision. And my favourite bit was his dancing. He kept doing these random moves and then runs around the stage. And it's just hilarious. Brilliant, brilliant. Just not a great song, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention actually, the black and white effect at the beginning of Portugal's performance as well was just genius. The way it then comes into colour later on, it just really, really helped the song. I thought it was a brilliant choice. So let's recap who's staying in the competition and who's going home. Okay, so number 1, San Marino, Adrenalina, definitely stays in the competition, followed by Estonia, the lucky one. Unfortunately, just not strong enough. They're going home. Also 3, the Czech Republic, Benny Cristo. Unfortunately, not a strong song, and he wasn't able to really carry it off well live. Number 4, Greece, Stefania. Really good song. I think it needs a little bit better staging. Number 5, Austria, Vincent Bueno. Beautiful vocal, but just not enough going on in the actual lyric content. Poland. Poland, that, there was some really great things about Poland. Number 7, Moldova. Sugar, absolutely awesome, staying in the competition. Iceland deserved to stay. Serbia with Hurricane, Loco. They're staying. Georgia, you unfortunately left the competition. I figured that would happen. Albania, Karma, Angsela. Great song, just I thought could have done with a couple of dancers. Staying. Portugal, the Black Mamba, Love Is On My Side is staying. Bulgaria, Victoria, Grown Up Is Getting Old is staying as well. Finland, Blind Channel, Dark Side, they are staying. Latvia, Samantha Tina, The Moon Is Rising, unfortunately just didn't make it. Switzerland could be one of the winners. Dijon Tears, just stunning, staying. And finally Denmark, unfortunately they are going home. So that's it for my recap of this second semi-final. I will be back on a Sunday with a recap of the whole final. So I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, who do I think are going to be the winners? Well, I think Italy's going to do pretty well, but I'm expecting Malta, Switzerland and Iceland to be quite high up in that list. It's highly likely that France will also be in the top 5. So let me know what you think, who are your winners, and it could all change, because if this staging doesn't go to plan, it could be anybody's chance to win. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Get involved in the comments below, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye, loves.